G'day, I'm Liz Ginis, Communications Manager with Regional Development Australia Sydney. Today I have the great pleasure of being joined by Michael Williams. He's the Director of Regional Development Australia Far West. Michael, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, thanks, Liz. My pleasure.
So, Michael, we're here to talk about everything that you and your team with Regional Development Australia are working on in the Far West. The area, for those of you who don't know, is 150,000 square kilometres, which to my calculations is about 12 times the total area of Greater Sydney. Michael, that's one hell of a remit.
It is a really, really large region, but realistically, it's the most amazing region in the state. So it's to give you a little bit of an idea of what it looks like out here. We have wide open spaces. We have some of the most cinematic landscapes in the world. Hence, the 300 odd major film productions that have come out to our region and filmed all types of blockbuster movies and commercials for a worldwide audience. It really is a diverse region. We have unbelievably crystal clear night skies, and everything in that landscape from an almost desert environment all the way through to the mighty Darling River that it flows through Menindee. So Menindee's about an hour south of Broken Hill, and when it's full, it holds about 7 times the volume of water of Sydney Harbour. Not only a very, very large region, but an extremely diverse and wonderful region to live in.
That's a great segue into, I wanted to talk to you about population. How many people live in the region?
Look, in the region now, it's somewhere between about 21 and 22,000 people, and that's growing steadily now. So we've got some really big mining prospects happening at the moment, but we've got a really critical staffing shortage across almost every industry in our region at the moment. So obviously health, education, all of those major industries have real staffing needs, but every industry. So it really is a perfect time to come on out to Broken Hill and have a look at the lifestyle that we have in the Far West. It's a really, really relaxed lifestyle, and something that I regularly sort of tell people. We've got 4 sets of traffic lights, and I can dodge all of them. We have some amazing education opportunities in Broken Hill and the Far West region now. We've got 17 public schools, we've got private schools. We have an incredible vocational culture out here. Broken Hill has produced some of the most amazing tradespeople in the world, and highly sought after right around the world with our mining experience, etc. For the last 7 years, we've had country university centres as well, which really gives our population the opportunity to choose what they'd like to do. So we can start to build those aspirations in our youngest people and then support those aspirations all the way through their career or their schooling career into their work career.
Michael, you mentioned country university centres. For people who don't know what they are, would you like to explain that?
Sure, look, it's an opportunity for young people especially, and look, we've got a lot of older people studying in our centre as well, to be able to undertake tertiary education at home in a supported environment with all the support that they could expect to get if they were sitting and studying on campus in universities. Traditionally, in many parts of regional Australia, when our younger people wanted to do university education, they actually had to pack up and leave home. So we were asking our youngest people to not only leave home, but then often leave the state and then become responsible for the biggest learning outcomes of their young lives. So obviously, right across the country, that hasn't been successful. And I think this now gives them an opportunity to be able to stay home, have that support of family and friends, not disrupt their life too much. You know, they've all got part-time jobs or they play sports or are engaged in the community. So this is an opportunity for them to keep that normality in their life, but also start to build on their career pathway as well. Obviously, if we can keep local people local that know what to expect, that really want to live in regional communities, I think that's a fantastic way to start to address some of our workforce needs. We have our annual business awards, and this year we will celebrate our 10th. So we recognise businesses across 16 different categories around our region every year, and it's amazing. We walked into this not sure if our community really wanted business awards and really wanted to celebrate that success and recognise that success. Last year we received 4,200 nominations into our business awards around the region. So a very clear demonstration from our community in our region that they wanted business awards, and they wanted to be able to recognise fantastic businesses locally and the amazing things and the innovation that they've done to actually not only survive in regional communities, but to thrive in regional communities.
If someone's thinking about moving to the Far West or is interested, what else is there for them to, sink their teeth into in terms of business and employment?
Look, there's realistically employment opportunities across almost every industry sector. So Broken Hill's no different to every other regional community in Australia. We have critical staffing shortages across a whole lot of industries. But if you're looking to come out here and you're really at that point where you want to tell the boss honestly what you're thinking and not turn up on Monday morning, Broken Hill is probably the perfect opportunity for you. So an amazingly supportive business community. And look, we have huge opportunities across almost everything that you can think of. So obviously NDIS providers and support services, health and social assistance are one of our largest employers out here and growing daily. There's ongoing opportunities across all trade sectors and into the mining sector. Tourism is something that's really starting to grow in Broken Hill. So obviously Broken Hill starting the BHP. We have a huge amount of history and heritage out here, and some of our more remote areas around Mutawinji, etc., have some of Australia's oldest Aboriginal rock art. So massive opportunities in tourism and opportunities in coming out here and establishing a business. So if you're somebody that really is into adventure tourism and that's your passion and you've always wanted to start your own business, now is a perfect opportunity to really consider coming out to Broken Hill and looking at starting your own business around that adventure tourism.
You mentioned earlier the Darling River and the Menindee Lakes, and I think a lot of people think of the outback completely dry. But for the water lovers amongst us, there's opportunities there as well.
Yeah, there really is. And look, it's hard because if I talk about 100 kilometres, for many people, that's about a 4-hour drive for them to get through the traffic. For us, Menindee is 100 kilometres south of Broken Hill, and that really takes us less than an hour to get there. So I can leave home, and within about an hour and 15, I can have the boat in the water and a fishing line. So it is really amazing. And as I mentioned earlier, when it's full, it holds up to 7 times the volume of water of Sydney Harbour. So an awful lot of people that think that they come out to Broken Hill and they're never going to see water again, we have amazing opportunities for water sports, fishing, and all of those recreational opportunities that you would expect anywhere else.
If you're a newcomer to the Far West, I understand that you have the Welcome Experience available to people, which is about helping them build community.
Yeah, we do. So it's an amazing program that really does help people settle into our community. And I think we've all known for a long time that, your employer, when you come to a new job, will help you settle into that employment and help you understand what that looks like. But we've always known that there was a gap in settling into the community. And often finding things in communities is very, very hard. So regardless of where you are, if you come into a community and you want to understand the local football club or the netball club or an arts club, really, really hard to find. So the Welcome Experience really is that answer to that, where we're helping people settle into our community, and it's a really individual approach of understanding what you and your family might be engaged with and what you'd like to look at while you're here. So it's a very, I guess, tailored service that works individually with each family to help them adjust to our community, help them understand what's available in our community, and connect them to that community as well. So if they're really interested in the arts, well, Far West of Broken Hill is the place you need to be. We have such a strong arts culture out here in Broken Hill. It's amazing. I'm not that way inclined. I would wish I had more artistic ability, but my stick fingers look a little bit average. But artists out here tell me it's the light. It's amazing. We attract artists and photographers and filmmakers from all over the world, and they tell me that it's the light. That the light is very, very unique and very different out here. So if it's art that people are looking for, we can help to connect them with an arts community or with an arts club or a painting club. Or if it's bushwalking, we have bushwalking groups. Or if it's a sport, we can help connect them with a sport to make sure that them and their kids feel pretty comfortable when they turn up on that first day.
This is the thing that I find is wonderful about the program as well. It doesn't just help the person who has the job, but it expands and extends to their whole entire family. So it might help their partner try and find employment or connection through whatever means that is, and the children as well. So it really is a very holistic program.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's really unique in that way as well. As I, for many years in my working career, I worked in education, and I would see amazing classroom teachers that loved our community, loved the school, loved the kids, but would very soon be looking to leave our community. And often, in fact, 90% of the time, that came down to the fact that their partner that was at home wasn't actually engaged with the things that they wanted to engage with, and often just because they didn't know how to access those things. So having that one or two dedicated people that they can call and ask those questions really does make a big difference to their enjoyment when they're moving into a community. And often, moving to a regional community, you're leaving behind family and friends. So it's those little things that tend to become the stress factors for us other than the bigger things, because we expected the bigger things, the moving the house, the packing up everything, the throwing half of that out, all of those type of things. But it's those small things that are really, really difficult for us when we get to that new community. And this service really does help to answer those questions for them.
Michael, I think that that's probably a really great place to stop the conversation for today. Thank you so much, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again soon.
No worries. Thanks very much, Liz.